everybody, this is Daniel from Redress Construction and Design. We are here end of week 3 at the Bearwood site. I'm going to show you where we're up to. We're on stage 3 already. This stage is going to take a bit longer because it's the first fix. We're going to do the first fix plumbing. We've done the first fix carpentry. We'll finish that next week. Plumbing will get done not next week but the week after, and we're hoping to do the first fix electric also next week to the week after. So this stage will take about 2.5 weeks. So let me go show you what the team have been up to. So coming into the main entrance now. So here we got the studio, sorry not studio, the ensuite room. We had to reinstate this wall all the way down from the basement because we have this now is turning into a load bearing wall. We've got 2 steels up there and we've got a steel just above this wall. We had to fill it full of slate. You can see that the chimney has been taken out and then the floor down there has been reinstated. Oh no, sorry again. The chimney got taken out because it ended there and then we've reinstated that floor. And then we've got this unit as well. This is going to get bonded and sorted out. We've got the first fix going in there, the plumbing. Going down into the basement. I'll show you what we've been up to if there's enough light. So, no, there's no light. Okay, there was a hole in the wall there, but that's been filled in. Here we're coming back into the kitchen. All that's happened here is we've stripped off and binned a lot of other stuff. And then we're using this as a bit like the site office. Yeah, just go for it, it's fine. We've got taken out the old bathroom there. And you can see how thick the chimney was. It was 6 courses of bricks. So very, very well built house this. Really, really sturdy. We've reinstated the hole where the chimney was as well. And that's all been built in. All right, let's go upstairs and let me show you what we've been up to there. Here's the rear unit. We're walking through what might be a lobby. The client hasn't decided yet. We've had to squeeze the ensuite in here. So we've created, because it was originally going to be where that floor is there, but that was a lot of wasted space. So we took it out under the client's instruction to make the ensuite smaller. Tank was going to go there, but we're placing it in the basement now. Again, to make the rooms bigger, because that's what brings in more income. And then this will be a fairly sizable ensuite. And then what we're hoping to achieve is, if the client wants, we're going to be putting a studio and a kitchen here. And making this living space into a self-contained studio. You can see how big the chimney was and how comprehensive it was. This was the party wall. So what we've done is we've basically doubled what the building regs and the structural engineer required. So we've done 4 brackets with the lintels. It's tied in very well, so that ain't going anywhere. Doing it properly. Built for all time, not just our time. Okay, so that's 3 units we've had a look at. Now we're going into the 4th unit. Again, all the stud work here is done, and the first fix is done for the plumbing in this site. This window is getting changed because it's broke, but again, lead times for this is going to be a while. You can see the steel there and the bulkhead for the false ceiling. We've got bricks that we need to fill in that space. You can see the joists and the chipboard floor. That's the loft conversion. So you can see where the ceiling used to be, judging by the plaster line. So we've really come down a little bit, created a bit of a bulkhead, but you can't really notice it in this room. And then we're coming down the corridor. This is where the stairs are going to be. So where I'm standing is the door. That's going to be the door into the room. And then in front of me are going to be the stairs into the loft. As you come into this room, you've got your ensuite. Again, we're going for the 50p shape because the rooms are a bit on the small side in compared to what we used to, but still big enough. And then what the client has asked as well is that under the stairs, we create some sort of bulkhead. So once the stairs are in, we'll then either take that stud work out and then plaster underneath it, or whatever the client wants, depending on their budget. So let's go up and see the loft. So bearing in mind we're at week 3 now, so lots of work has been done. We've taken it off the floor, stripped out the property, put all the joists in, put the steels in, put the pad stones in, got it signed off, done the velluxes, sorted out the roof, and done majority of the first fit carpentry. And so you can see in between the rafters, we've got the Celotex, and then on top of this we'll have 62.5mm Celotex backboard. Got a bit of a boxing in there for the soil pipe. That's where the ensuite is going. And you've got the Velux in, that's been put in as well. We've uprated all the rafters to facilitate the Celotex. This little bit of new blockwork here with the lintel, it goes into single skin. So because we build for all time, not just our time as we say, we've decided to put some lintels and blockwork in there to make sure that it's 2 skins to put some strength in the gable, and that was for both chimneys. On the floor you've got the chipboard as well on top of the joists. This is going to be a really nice unit, and I'm trying to persuade the client to let me turn this into a studio by placing a kitchen there, which would be glorious. And then you've got the 2 Veluxes as well that have been put in. So this has all been done in 3 weeks. That's what you get when you hire a team that know what they're doing. Again, this is going to be the biggest unit in the house, I believe. It's lovely. And that is end of the week 3. So we're going to break up for the bank holiday. No one's going to be in Monday because it's bank holiday, so we'll be back Tuesday. Next week we're hoping to achieve the majority of the first fix plumbing, but it will trail on to the week after, and if the sparks are on site, we can get that done as well. And then we'll all be jumping ship over to the other job to do the kitchens and bathrooms, and leaving the sparks here as well as sorting out the outside drainage. So we'll be running both sites at the same time. It's been fairly easy, this project. So this, funnily enough, full circle, is exactly the same as our first project. And we did that in 12 weeks, 13 weeks I think. And we're set to do the same sort of time scale as that, as well as doing 3 other jobs. So this is how, when planning your systems and your weeks diligently and getting people on the right job, you can increase the speed, increase the efficiency, lower the cost, and everyone makes more money, including the people working on site, which is win-win-win. And that's any solution that you want to create, really, where everyone's happy. As per normal, there's always problems with the neighbours. And this one is no different. We had to politely ask and swallow tail in between our legs to try and get access to the side of the building so we could put the Veluxes up. And he's going to absolutely love us when we dig up half the road to sort out a drainage problem that's in the basement. But such is life. I don't think there's ever been a job where everyone's loved us being there. They all like it when we leave, which is not very nice, but it is what it is. This will also be on the tour on the 29th, so if you want to come and see what stage we are then, I suspect we'll be boarding at that stage and finishing boarding, and maybe even doing a bit of the prep work for the boards to get sprayed, because we'll be doing the same thing here. And then we'll also hopefully be going over to the first site, which is Park Road. So 3 weeks, we've done loft conversion, pretty much done, all the structural work's been done. We're still doing the drainage, still doing a bit of the first fix stud work and electrics. So really speeding on, and this is how a job should run, really. There's no excuse for if a builder takes on too much work and they're giving you excuses. This is kind of the pace that you should expect when you're hiring a main contractor. You obviously pay for the privilege, no doubt. You pay more for a main contractor than you would if you split the job up. And it generally takes longer if you split the job up because you've got to wait for the subbies to come in. So it's all dependent on what you really have an appetite for. My advice would be just hire us, we'll sort it, especially if you're in the West Midlands area. Just wait for us. You're never going to have a problem. It's going to get built well. It's going to be built for all time. Like the 2 chimneys, that wasn't in the quote, but we put it in anyway because it's the right thing to do. And that's the type of people you want to work with. So cheers, thanks for your time and enjoy your weekend.